Yo, hello and welcome to another Solana tutorial. You don't leave me alone with that topic. It's just, So remember that recovery tool that I built? Where I first added token support, then PNFT support, and then staking account support. And of course people want more, like when this protocol and how can I unstake this and claim that airdrop and whatever. People are never gonna be happy. And I still want to take the challenge of attempting to do a little more. Just a little bit more. I want to, one more video, have this as a topic where people brick their accounts or let their account be bricked and can now not sign transactions anymore, need a different fee payer. You know the story. It's been in the past 3 videos. And my goal for today is basically be able to sign a random transaction. So from any protocol, basically whatever you would sign with your normal wallet, I want to attempt to be able to exchange the fee payer. However, I already see 2 main issues with this. So the use case is you go to whatever protocol that you want to go to, you click through it as you normally would, and then you get displayed this transaction. And basically, I want you to be able to sign this without your wallet being able to fee pay. But there are 2 main issues with that, why that will probably not work in most cases. The first one is if there is a second signer. For instance, let's say you go to Magic Eden to unlist your NFT, and then Magic Eden also signs that transaction, then we're basically screwed because I can't exchange the fee payer because that would change the transaction and therefore change the signature. And therefore the signature would not be valid anymore. And with an invalid signature, we can't send that transaction. So that only works for transactions where you are the only signer, and then we add that fee payer signer. And the second, probably bigger issue actually, when you will need to pay some SOL, and that is more common than you might think, even for unlisting an NFT, unstaking something, any kind of thing, you might need some SOL for rent. Not just fee pay that transaction, but also SOL for rent. And since your account is bricked and all your SOL is with the attacker, damn it, you cannot get SOL out of this account. And how usual wallets work is that they just use the SOL from the account. But they can't because it's not owned by the system program anymore. So that will just all fail. And I'm afraid that for all of those cases, we will need to manually create other accounts like token accounts up front. If we create a token account for the NFT, for instance, up front, then we might be able to unstake it or unlist or whatever, unless that feature moves the token account, which would be ideal. So basically, this will only work for transactions where you are the only signer and you don't have to pay SOL. And that basically limits the transactions that you can do by a lot. Because if you look at the transaction simulations, you usually have to pay a little bit of SOL additionally. But nevertheless, I'm gonna attempt to do something with bricked wallets, interact with other protocols, and see how far we get. Yeah, that's the premise of this video. And I found an old wallet where I can still claim a Jupiter airdrop. So my goal is to claim that Jupiter airdrop with a bricked wallet. If you're up for that, let's do it. In this video, I don't think I will add that feature to the recovery tool. My intention here is that I will teach you how you can do it yourself. Because essentially this channel is for developers. Now I have a lot of just other people around here who are not developers but just complain that my tool doesn't support their use case from their freaking bricked wallet. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed by that already. Like, I'm trying to help, you know? And then I get a little bit of gratitude and a lot of, but also can you please help me with this? And that's just stressing me a lot. I'm like, I'm already trying to be helpful, but there's so many people of you out there who need help. I can't help all of you. I'm trying my best with those videos, and I think I'm just gonna get back to helping the devs who wanna really learn about Solana, and not the people who are here to make quick money and then lose it to scammers because they're not careful. Goddamn, be more careful. Okay, rant over. Let's actually get to the productive stuff. So while we're here, let's this is the wallet from my recovery. And we see there are a lot of transactions being sent with that tool. That tool has become very popular. I would not have expected that like so many people use this tool, which just is another sign for this is a huge problem in this space still. How many people get scammed? That's horrible. I don't like this. And I also don't like how many people have to use this tool or actually use this tool, because that kind of stresses me out as well. I don't even want to talk about it. It just stresses me because I built that. And if I build something wrong or somebody hacks that or whatever, then people might just lose more of their money. And that's just stressful. So always use those tools at your own risk. Please don't blame me for developing. Like I'm really just trying to be helpful here. I have this feeling that I will get in trouble for this at some point. Anyway, that's just me being stressed. I said I have a wallet, just an old wallet that I had in the Berlin hacker house, a wallet from last year that I apparently swapped some shadow tokens because I wanted to do something with shadow drive. That, however, got me to be able to claim a dupe airdrop. And I didn't claim it with this one yet. I totally waited just for this video. What happens if I hit claim here? Yeah, I'm getting to this. I'm saying yes, I'm a cat. Then I connect my Berlin wallet here. And then I can collect 200 dupe. But that would be too easy to just click claim here. I don't have auto sign on, right? I don't want to claim it yet, right? Let's click it. Then it builds the transaction and then it tells me what it does, right? I have to pay Sol. See, this is the issue. If I have to pay Sol, then I can't do that from this wallet. And I would get some dupe. But I'm not gonna do that. So in order to not be able to claim this, let's brick our wallet. Let's go to our asset recovery tool, connect our Solflare wallet. And now we're gonna brick this account. Because that's stupid. Don't try this at home, guys. Don't. Because you will lose all of your Sol, plus all future Sol. So don't approve. I just bricked my wallet. Congratulations. Congratulations, you bricked your wallet. Don't do that. Unless you do it for demo purposes. Because now I can go here, claim my Jupiter airdrop, and it will tell me unknown balance changes because, well, it will just not work. Even if I approve this, I cannot sign with this wallet. Well, I can sign, but I can't fee pay with this wallet anymore. So it does not work anymore. This is now officially a broken wallet. Bricked wallet. It will not be able to confirm because I cannot pay for this. So this will not exist ever. It's not a transaction because this cluster won't accept it. We know this. Damn, did I just lose 200 dupe? Yeah, maybe. But the challenge is to somehow get them anyway. And now if you want to join me for that challenge, welcome to this video. Yeah, transaction failed. I want to claim it though! But check this out. I'm using Solflare because Solflare has a nice feature of displaying the payload. Now, this is not the nicest way how you could possibly display this, but it's something. I'm just gonna copy all of that because that contains a lot of accounts and whatever is in there. I have literally no idea what that stuff is. Like, no idea. I don't even, it looks like base 48, 50, 58, but I have no idea what they encode here. So the real challenge of this video is gonna be to figure that out. Let's just try to decode it and see what it is. Okay, payload, that's this. Now the question is, what can I do with this? Like, what is it? And what can I do with it? It's probably base 58. Let's see if I can decode that. Yearn, add me base 58, please. And then print that. Let's see what that is. Ooh, a bunch of bytes. Yeah, so, oh, but that looks cool. Hold on. Look. I just see numbers and I'm already happy because that kinda looks like a version transaction, maybe. Oh no, that's a normal transaction with one signer, 0 How was that? With 1 writable signer, 0 non-writable signers, and 7 accounts? What, like, how is the transaction header again? Contains 3 unsigned 8-bit values. The first value is the number of required signatures. Oh, required signatures. Okay, so 1 required signatures. The second one is the number of those corresponding account addresses that are read-only. The third value is the number of read-only account addresses not requiring signatures. So total signatures, how many of the signers are read-only? 0 of the signers are read-only, so that's why this is a writable signer. And then 7 is how many non-signer accounts there are. How many read-only, and the rest of them are writable. Anyway, don't get too deep into that, but yeah, that's basically information from the header. So having low bytes here, that's why I was happy. That looked like a message header, those 3 low numbers here. And then that's, you know, message with, you know, the signers and whatever. So this just seems to be a decoded transaction directly. Let's pretend that's a serialized transaction and pump it into transaction. Transaction from, oh, I don't need the new then, pro. Transaction from decoded. Bam. Uh-oh. Cannot read property of undefined toString. Okay, that makes sense. Uh-oh. Well, that does not look good at all. Okay, it's not that easy. I wish it was just that easy. So it's not exactly as the transaction would like it. Maybe let's start with something simpler. Send Sol to the bricked wallet. But then I don't, wait. I mean, I can't send anyway. I might as well try. Here I don't get the transaction simulation though. Okay, recovery tool. You have simple things like send. Unknown balance changes, but yeah, here the transaction is definitely smaller. Let's start with something simple, see if we can decode that. So my payload is now this. Can you decode that? Oh yeah, look, that looks better. Haha. Look at that. That's the payload. We have 1 signer, 0 of them are read-only. Yeah, that was it. And 1 account. Great. 1 read-only. You're even already giving me the signature. Wait, hold on. I think something. Oh. This transaction from tries to decode stuff with signatures. That can't be. We are just interested in the mess. Okay. I think I'm starting to get this. There. Here we also have the header again. Number of required signatures, 0. And that should be that though, because the transaction from also thinks there are signatures in there probably first. If you serialize a transaction, oh, how did that work? Where do you put the signatures? Can I just get a transaction message? Hold on, that must. So, I mean, I'm saying version transaction, but it's not a version transaction. I'm gonna see what this gives me anyway. Expected signatures length to be equal to the number of required signatures, right? Because it's just the message part. It's just the I just want to parse the message, not the entire transaction. How do I do that? There was some basics that I'm now missing. Where did I see that? Was it in version transactions at the Solana cookbook? Yeah, that's the thing that I want. Yeah. So, legacy transaction has a compact array of signatures and then the message. Right. So, 4 bytes of length. I think only this part is what we get from the Solflare. So, anyway, the important part is that we have the signatures first and then the message. So, let's get some signatures here into this. Let's call this the decoded message. Signature is new buffer. So 4 bytes for the length plus a signature is how long? 64 bytes, right? Compact array of signatures, 64 bytes. Bam. I know my shit. So that's for 1 signature. And then it's little endian anyway, so I can at the first position write a 1. And the actual signature stays 0. So just for your entertainment, I will show you this empty signature, which is just 1 and then a bunch of zeros. That's what that would look like. Ignore the error. So we have 1 signature. That's the number of signatures, and that's the signature. And now I just need to put that on top of that to have a serialized transaction. Okay, so that will give me the following transaction. And then I'll try to decode this one. Let's see. Still breaking. But I mean, kind of there. I mean, at least it does the thing that I wanted to do. But then expected signatures length to be equal to number of required signatures. Oh, I'm doing version transaction. It's a normal transaction. It's not a versioned one. How about with it? No. Oh! That looks, oh no, but it still messes up the header. It managed to decode, but it still messes, I still have, man, damn. I still got something wrong. If those values are right, then I'm on the right path. But like, not yet. We get there. Okay, maybe I'm messing up the multi-byte encoding. A compact U16 is a multi-byte encoding of 16 bits. By the way, 16 is 2 times 8, not... Oh, and there's the thing with the 7F. Oh, right, I remember. The first byte contains the lower 7 bits of the value. If the value is above that, the high bit is set and the next 7 bits are placed into the lower 7 bits of the second byte. Right, but that doesn't matter because it's just 1 or like below 2 to the power of 7, so I'm fine. I can just write the 1, but the main thing I messed up is that 16 bits are 2 bytes and not 4. So, try that again. We are almost getting close, but we're not. Wait, so is that also optimizing that a compact U16 means that if the high bit is set, only then even exists the next byte, because in that case, the second entire byte is skipped, which makes sense because we want to have as few bytes as possible. A special multi-byte encoding called compact U16. All right, so what if? I think that's the thing I need to do. We just have the 1 byte then, because we just have the 1 signature and whatever. Then I should be correct though now, right? That looks better now, no, does it? I mean, the number of required signatures and number of unsigned accounts at least matches this part. So that looks good. The offset seems to be right. And also my public key. Look. My Berlin Hacker House public key is the fee payer. Ow! I managed to decode the transaction. Woo! I like it. I like it like that. Yeah. And then we should hopefully also see like instructions in here. And instruction, yeah, we have keys and the program ID is the system program. Yes. And the 2, it's a transfer. Nice! The transaction decodes. Love it. I love it. Good. Now that we settled that, does that also work for this one? You know, the complicated Jupyter claim? Yes! Ha! A token, compute budget. So we decode public keys correctly. We have the correct offsets. Yes. That's how I like it, babe. So 7 accounts and 1 writable signer. 1 writable signer. 7 accounts. Read-only account. I wonder why they specify the read-only and not the writable, but it's just a negative. Anyway, whatever. Jupe. We see Jupe in here, the associated token program, token keg. Yeah, okay. So we have the message and basically we have the transaction. And all we now need to do is be able to send it. But before we send it, let's go with a simulation. Simulation result is this, and we log it. All right, so we have our transaction, and then we have our simulation, and that simulation says invalid account for fee. Haven't we seen this before? Yes, because it's a bricked account. For fuck's sake, I bricked my account. For fuck's sake, if I have a bricked account, I can't fucking sign with it. For fuck's sake. Okay. Good. I mean, we didn't win anything so far, but what we can now do is this transaction, we can manipulate it a little bit to fix some things, like put in another fee payer. And if I have a different fee payer, then potentially my simulation will also look different. Yeah, it says account not found, because guess what? That account doesn't exist. There is nothing there. So we gotta send some sol there. Do I have some sol lying around by any chance anywhere? Send it. And now, if I simulate it again, it will be the same because I didn't wait long enough. Have a sip. And now. Whoa, yeah. I mean, at least we get some logs, but it's still failing. So, oh man, so, okay, so the first thing we do is ATA create token account with token keg, at account size, return, and then we invoke the system program, and guess what? From must not carry data. Why does it carry data? Because it's a fucking bricked account and I can't pay from this anymore. Also, I've written data there. Yes, that's on me. That's the way I bricked it. Depending on how your wallet got bricked, it might be different. It might just be owned by a different program, but not have any data. But in any case, then you would have a different error here because the system program can still not modify the Lamberts because it doesn't own it. Sooner or later, you will fail here because the system program will not be able to freaking transfer out of your wallet. That's the main issue here. So at that point, we're pretty much fucked. We've come so far though. Now the only hope we have is that if we already create an associated token account for the dupe token, that this page is smart enough to realize that we already have such an account and will not allocate or try to create that account. Now, I don't know how that site is implemented. It might or might not work, but it's worth a try. We're talking about 200 dupe tokens there. In a year, that will be $10 million. No, it won't be. Who the fuck, maybe it's zero. Doesn't matter. It's more about that challenge of making it work with a bricked wallet than actually claiming that. But yeah, I mean, that's just the problem. That's just the problem. And that you will run into that like so many times. And creating a token account is simple. But then whatever else other protocols might do might be more complicated. Anyway, you're a pro dev. You'll figure it out. What we need to do here is help that ATA creation with the associated token program such that hopefully we get around this, because that's where it fails. If the system program needs to transfer, your transaction will fail. Solana config set me my key pair to keys fee payer. And now my fee payer will be so nice and just create an account for the dupe token, and the owner of that account will be this guy. Create that account now. Check that account. It's a token account of the dupe, and this guy is the owner. So that worked. I paid for this in this transaction. So that's the part that we can't do with our bricked wallet because we cannot get any sol out of that wallet. That's the issue. But now that I've manually created that, maybe, hopefully, if I come here again, maybe I even refresh that site one more. If I now claim this, which will still not work, obviously. But if I now copy this, that here, and then I simulate this, let's hope and pray. We still need to pay for something. And it's not the associated token account anymore. So it's not the associated token program anymore. We got around that. But now we're again fucked. Because now we need to pay something else for that new claim, that program that lets us, you know, claim stuff. Basically, I think it creates an account such that it logs that I have claimed or whatever, such that I can't double claim. And that will require sol that I can't pay with this account. So once again, we're fucked. Okay, but no, I'm not willing to give up yet. I want my dupe. So what can we do? Well, we can hope that instruction is built in a way where it separates the claimee from the guy who pays for that account, which might be the case or might not be the case. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Those are all the accounts. Let's have a look in the instructions. So we've got 3 instructions. To the compute budget, to the compute budget, and oh yeah, that's the interesting one. The first one, where we have a bunch of keys and then a bunch of data. So let's ignore the data and just look at the keys. We have the system program, token program. That's me, the signer and writable. Oh yeah, that already does not look good. I'm only in there once, right? PHH, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, and that's the point where I'll have to say I give up because I can't claim. And just because I cannot pay, this is so annoying. And I would like to pay from another wallet. I can pay from another wallet, but I need to pay with the wallet that I sign with, and that I just can't do. So here is where I'm lost. So unfortunately, I do not manage, and in my analysis, it is impossible to claim the Jupe airdrop with a bricked wallet. If you can't pay with it, you can't create that account. And that particular program that will need exactly the claimee to pay for it. You know, some other programs, you know, the token program, for instance, lets you separate who pays and who is the authority. But here it's both the same, which, you know, is fair. Like most use cases, like usually you want it exactly that way, and you don't want somebody else to be able to claim even if they provide the signature for them, because usually they will just have Sol. But damn, fuck. I hate that. I don't like that. But it's the way it is. We cannot claim the Jupe airdrop. We tried our best, but we can't. Unless Jupiter changes their program, which I don't think they will, we can't claim that airdrop. I just lost 200 Jupe. Unless I unbrick my wallet, which I can do because I bricked it in a way where I'm the attacker as well. But that would be boring. Okay, but that's not satisfying. I don't want to end here. I don't want to end on this depressing note. There must be something that we can do with a bricked wallet still. And the thing I heard most people talk about was Kamino, I think. I have no idea what Kamino is, but it's probably a good time to learn about it. Let's learn some DeFi, get some DeFi knowledge here. Solana's ultimate liquidity destination. Okay, let's go to Kamino Finance. What can we do? Borrow land, liquidity. What would happen if I deposit here? Maybe I should go claim my Jupe so I can go stake it. Just to play around a bit with DeFi, let's do it. So we have wrapped Sol with a token keg, and the Berlin Hacker House wallet is that account. So I'm just gonna say close. And the cool thing is that will unbrick it. It will now be a regular account, which also means that if I now do the same simulation as before, then that will now give me success. Why? Because I can now do those transfers with the system program. That will just do that. New claim will just allow, and then the transfer, and then that as well. So it was just this thing that was messing me up. But otherwise, I could totally do the claim like this. We send it, and then I'm just going to show you that that's not going to work. Yep. So for instance, we're missing the signature for this one. So I better include that. Sign with a Berlin wallet. Then we should have all the signatures. Okay, and then that actually went through. And look at that. Look. I claimed 200 Jupe manually without going through that site again. Isn't that fun? My Berlin wallet now has 200 Jupe. Nice. Hey, I'm freaking rich now. Now that I have some Jupe, now that we have some tokens, we can finally play around with Kamino. Single asset deposit. I could also deposit both of them, but let's do a single asset deposit in the Jupe bonk liquidity pool, because while we're doing DeFi, we might as well do DeFi. Yeah, we might as well do DeFi, whatever. Lockup period 0 minutes, that's good. I understand that. I like my lockup of 0 minutes because I want to get it out ASAP again. Oh, So you automatically convert to bonk then, is that what you do? Before you first deposit, you are aware of the risk associated with automated market making vaults, including exposure to impermanent loss. Well, yeah, I might get more bonk, I might get more jupe, whatever, I'm fine. Like, I got this for free, I might as well burn it in DeFi. You acknowledge that past performance is not indicator of future performance. No shit. No shit. Okay, I'm learning about DeFi today. Wow. You have read the protocol documentation and have completed the knowledge quiz. Have I completed the knowledge quiz? What is a strategy? A safe, guaranteed, insured investment. Can I lose money with this vault? No, it's 100% safe. Whose responsibility is it to do due diligence on Kamino? Mine alone. Okay, good. Finish. Woohoo! I made it. The important thing that I need to know is that the max I can lose is what I put in here. It's not even working. But we can figure out why it's not working, even though it doesn't simulate anything, by copying this, putting it into our simulation, and then simulating this. Versioned messages must be deserialized with versioned message. Aha! So now we have a versioned message here. Right, we see that. Why do we see that? How do we see that? Oh, because that's 128. Yeah, so that's a version 0 because first bit is set to 1. So that's a version transaction. Okay, fine. I mean, the rest is pretty much the same, but then I do version transaction deserialize. Okay, block hash not found. This is what I would expect. Okay. Apparently, if I simulate a version transaction, it does take the block hash into account. And for a normal transaction, it does not. It's a bit weird, but we learned some stuff. Cool. That will do. Okay, so, I mean, a lot of stuff is happening here that would all work. And then why would it fail? Error, instruction error. Failed custom program error 0x1. And that's directly from a system program 0x1. And that's an insufficient Lampert's. Haha. Okay, so I just don't have enough Sol on that account to do DeFi, so I need to get more Sol. Oh, again, unknown chain. Do I have not enough Sol to do a swap? Okay, what if I say direct route only? Then I get a worse quote, but maybe therefore it will work because I don't need so much Sol to pay. Okay, so selling some tube for some Sol. Cool. Now that we have some, if we simulate this again, we get another error because token amount in ATA is different than expected amount. Okay, so apparently they do some checks, check expected, vaults, blah, 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 because obviously the token amounts changed. So that's fair. That's probably a good thing. So go to Kamino again and do the same thing again and hit deposit 100 tube. Look! Now that's different. We get some bonk, we lose some tube, and yeah, whatever. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I just approve. Watch me lose all my money that I got for free. Yeah, look, I managed to get a deposit. My position, your stake. So did I basically just put in tube and trade that for bonk? So I should have tube and bonk in here. Yeah, I have both. Available to claim. Oh, so that's the farm. So I'm farming bonk with this liquidity pool and I could go claim it. Probably going to claim it is a good idea because that will create me a token account. No, I already have some. I already have some bonk. Because basically what it does, it creates me all the token accounts up front such that I can quickly claim them and I don't have not enough money to claim them. That's actually quite smart of Kamino because I have all the accounts now. If I claim bonk, for instance, that I don't need to pay more Sol than just a transaction fee. And that's great because that means I can do that without requiring my account to be non-bricked. So should we brick our account? Anyway, how do I get that funds out now? Oh, I can withdraw. And that looks good though, because I don't have to pay for anything else than transaction fees. And I would get all my bonk and all my tube. But that would be boring if I were to just accept that. Highly boring. It would be much more fun if I could do the same with a bricked wallet. So let's brick our wallet. If I accidentally connected this wallet, and I accidentally hit account, and I will lose all my Solflare assets, which is correct, but I approve anyway, because I'm stupid. And the account still has it. Wallet still says all my Sol is here, but I cannot use it anymore, because we know we bricked it. And also, if I go here now to my position and I were to want to claim all the bonk that I got here, then, well, that just ain't gonna work. This account may not be used to pay transaction fees. We know that. We've seen that. This is just a common error for freaking bricked wallets. Don't brick your wallet, damn it. But the cool thing is, we can do the same thing again. And we know that this is not gonna work. But we can't just copy this part. We can now take that and send a version transaction. And now we still need to change the fee payer somehow. How would I do that for a version transaction? It's in the message. I mean, the fee payer is the first. Do I need to manually add that in there? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Don't work on the compiled one, but from the Stack Exchange, the place to go if you're lost. Nice. So instead of that stupid thing working around with like the compiled stuff, let's decompile. Payer key is the name. And then we have the new version transaction where we compile it to a v0 message. Looks good. Yeah, we get a block hash not found. That's fine. But I managed to put in my fee payer before my other pub key. Nice. Okay. Block hash not found. Well, that's fine. I set the recent block hash and then simulation success. Look at that. Harvest reward. Harvest reward would actually go through with success, even though our wallet is goddamn bricked. I love this. This is cool. Without me having to understand how Kamino builds their transactions. I'm just taking it from Solflare, putting it in here, into this fat ass string, basically decoding that, putting it in a transaction, and then changing some stuff, and then compiling the transaction again, and that will do. So let's actually send this. Should we? Let's do it. Let's send it. Why not? Why not harvest our bonk? Here, there we now have 44 bonk. In my Kamino wallet, that is bricked by the way, I have 9k bonk. So basically, I'm gonna claim some. So in the end, I should have 9,100 and something bonk. But with this, it doesn't work, right? We established that this thing is broken and it doesn't claim failed because I can't pay with it. But with my nice little script here now, I can attempt to claim some bonk with a different fee payer. Damn it, not working. Transaction signature verification failed. Of course, you're so right. Of course, I didn't provide any signatures. That's true. That is very, very true. I also need to sign that version transaction before I can actually send it. So yeah, maybe do that. The new version transaction, sign it. And we need to sign it with the fee payer and with our wallet. Gonna sign, and like that, I'm gonna claim some bonk. Let's try that again. Look at that, look at the signature. Bob. And in here, we see 9,100 bonk. We can claim from Kamino with the bricked wallet. That's exactly what you want. You're welcome. Maybe I do want to build that into my recovery tool, but maybe not. Maybe I do want to make you work a little bit for your... But then, see, the problem is if I now don't include that, then there will be people saying, yeah, I can help you with that. Just send me the private key. And I also don't want that. Don't send your private key to other people. Also not me. Please don't send me your private key. That's stupid. They will just claim it for themselves. People in this space are, how do you say, not everybody, but like, unfortunately, a large amount of people are scammers. I mean, that's the reason how we got here in the first place. Because people scam other people. Otherwise, your wallet wouldn't be bricked. Damn it. Don't send your private key away as well. Then the scammers take everything. Okay, enough of the ranting again. Let's try to be productive. But great that Kamino doesn't have a second signer and they don't need you to pay more Sol because they always paid it up front. That's very well done of Kamino that they just create an empty token account here. I love that. Which means I can withdraw my entire position even if my wallet is bricked. And let's also do that. Let's withdraw 50% of our position, which should be 25 chup and almost 1 million bonk. Withdraw, of course. This ain't gonna work, but as we know, we can just copy this. And first, I'm just gonna simulate it just to check. Failed to get account keys because address table lookups were not resolved. Ooh, for that apparently it uses address table lookups. Fuck. Yeah, and they are not resolved. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, so, I mean, I've only been sitting here for 3 hours. Let's try to get that to work with address table lookups. Address lookup tables, lookup table addresses, whatever it is. So we map those onto that account, and then I hope it's just enough to put those in here. Okay, cannot sign with non-signer key. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But that seems like with the decoded accounts here, if I get all the address lookup tables and I put that accounts in there, then I can decompile that. And then I can also set the fee payer again. And if I set the fee payer again, then this will be a signer. And then this should all work. Almost. Version transaction too large. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's what we have those accounts for. We do a new version transaction. And also here, we will again provide the same address lookup table accounts, because otherwise this is gonna freaking... Okay, good. Transaction too large, that's fine. Now using lookup tables. Look! With success! Finally! Wow, it took me a while, but hey, look at that. Look at all of that. Look at all of that. And the best thing, we don't need to understand how all those accounts are built, like how the transaction actually looks, what the instructions are, what the instruction data is. We just copy that all over from that side, and the farms program is gonna be invoked the right way. We just deserialize that transaction. We just played around a bit with the fee payers. All we did really was change the payer key. It was a bit complicated with the address lookup tables and whatnot, but it works, and we can now send that. Or at least we can simulate that. Let's see if we can also send it. This is getting interesting again. So check that. We currently have 50 jupe and 9,000 bonk. I copied it for 50%. I'm now gonna also send this. And we got a signature that quickly. Wow. Success. I signed with my Kamino wallet and a different fee payer. He paid for all of this, just a transaction fee, because fortunately, we do not have to pay for any rent or whatever. If we withdraw, it works with lookup tables, lots of accounts, lots of changes, and we get some bonk and some chup. That all just worked. I don't know what all of that does. It doesn't matter. I don't care about all of that as long as in the end we get success. Now check this out. We got the chup and the bonk out of Kamino. So we can get stuff out of Kamino even if we have a bricked wallet. Isn't that cool? I think that's freaking nice. And I will leave it at that. Oh man, I'm just overworked. Man, we managed some things today though. We did manage to get funds out of Kamino. Even though we did not manage to claim the chup airdrop, but that's just, you know, you can't get everything. If you brick your wallet, then you gotta take some losses. Also, the sol is forever gone. Yeah, there's just some losses that you gotta, it's just, be more careful next time. Yeah, I hope that you learned something here in this video. I hope that you learned how to deserialize version transactions, how to set fee pairs manually, and that you can use Solflare to basically create the transaction and then send it manually from your script. That's the way to go. And this way you can also exchange some accounts. Maybe it is possible to exchange your account for another one that can pay Sol again. Sometimes in some edge cases, it might be possible to get out some funds that you would otherwise lose. And that basically works for anything, right? Any kind of protocol. We don't need to know how the protocol looks like and what the data actually is, which accounts it needs, which lookup tables, because we can just use the protocol, click on the create transaction, and then get the base 58 encoded transactions from Solflare and then work with that. So that's a pretty cool trick. I like that. Thanks to Solflare for supporting that. Once this video is released, this feature is probably live in my recovery tool as well, so you can go check that out if you're not a developer. But then why did you watch this entire video? Just to see me struggle and complain. People, get your together and don't get scammed all the time, so I don't have to work so much. Literally, I feel so overworked right now. It's like crazy, and it stresses me how many people are texting me right now. It's just so stressful. Anyway, if you like what I do, consider donating, or don't. If you recovered a lot of your funds and you're grateful that I bring you those tools for free, then I'll leave an address down below. Yeah, I will go to sleep now, take some rest, and then continue working on this tomorrow, such that you can recover your assets that you lost because you bricked your wallet. Oh, yeah, anyway, as always, other videos, subscribe, like, or not. At that point, I don't even care anymore. I'm just so brain dead. Yeah, good enough. I'm gonna go.